is happening, guys? Welcome to another Q&A episode with a competitive eater. I'm Furious Pete, and yes, I am a competitive eater. In each one of these episodes, I answer questions that you guys asked me in the previous episode. First of all, Happy New Year! It is 2012, and what does that mean? Possibly the end of the world. Depressing issues aside, I am going to ask you for a favor very quickly. Please subscribe to my vlog channel. It's not doing good. I like to rant about things, and clearly people don't like it when I rant and act on this channel. I don't act, I'm just myself, but whatever. I have a vlog channel. To be honest, most of the questions at least half of the questions that you guys ask me, I probably indirectly answer in my vlog channel. So please subscribe right now, or I will eat you. Alright, let's get right into this week's episode. First question, how old were you when you had your first girlfriend? I don't remember. I think I was like 15 or something. You know, at the point where, you know, in middle school, in high school, you know, girlfriends really didn't matter. Well, I mean, some people had high school sweethearts, went on to marry them, whatever. But for the most part, for most people, it's not that easy. So, I mean, I didn't really have any good girlfriends until later on in my life. Second question, how long is your dick? Really, guys? Really? I'm going to indirectly answer this question. It's long enough that my girlfriend is extremely satisfied and she craves it all the time. All the time. What is the worst food you have ever ate? I'm kind of thinking I went to Hong Kong, I had all these weird foods like camel hump, esophagus, testicles, toad stomach, fish stomach, some rooster testicles, a bunch of other stuff. Now I went to Korea not too long ago and I had something called sea urchin ice cream, and I have to admit that was horrible. It's not necessarily, the flavor of it was horrible, but the after effects, the aftertaste, so bad. It just lasted with you. We basically, like, I know that my film crew tried it too and they were like, this is so horrible. Throughout the night we were talking, like, we shot the ice cream like at 2 in the afternoon and it was like midnight. We're like, I can still taste it in my mouth. It was just, you don't make ice cream out of sea urchin. Who does that? If you were starving to death, will you eat your own shit? What's the nutritional value of shit? Why am I getting these questions? Isn't shit pretty much nutritionless? What I mean is, like, you know, food goes into you, it gets digested, your body uses up all the proteins, carbs, and whatnot in it, and then shit comes out. In other words, the part of the food that has no nutritional value. So, would it really make sense to eat shit or eat a shoe or something like that? I honestly don't know. Until I know the nutritional value of shit, I'm going to say maybe. If you were offered $1 million, would you drink half a cup of semen? Probably. Porn stars do it. Do it for a lot less money. They seem to enjoy it. Girls do it on a regular basis and they do it for free. Can't be that bad. And $1 million? It's a lot of money. As long as it wasn't on some crazy website or something like that. Like YouTube or something. I probably shouldn't be saying this on YouTube either. How many times do you work out in a week? This varies according to my schedule. Sometimes I'm really busy, sometimes I'm traveling, all that stuff, and I don't have time to work out as often as I can, so my sessions in the gym are just a lot more intense. If I have more time, I usually try and average about 5 times a week. I keep my weekends relatively open, you know, I do like to go out, socialize with friends. Next morning, hangovers occur, and gym is kind of out of the question most of the time. I like to try for 5 times a week. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 3. I don't stress out about it. I just make sure that every time I go to the gym, I make it count. If you were offered $1 billion, would you go vegan for the rest of your life? Another money question. $1 billion. That's a shit ton of money. You guys don't even understand. I mean, I could still drink if I was a vegan. Beer. I mean, that's a tough question. I'm like 50-50 on this. There's so many good things as a carnivore, as a meat eater, as all that. So, I mean, steak, oh man, that'd be hard to give up. Be really tough. It all depends. $1 billion is a lot of money, so I'm nearing yes rather than no, but I'm still iffy. I need some time to think about it. Actually, to be honest, here's my answer. If I was offered $1 billion from someone to go vegan, after I got the $1 billion, I would hire a hitman, like the best possible hitman, so it's not traceable back to me. I would get rid of the guy that gave me $1 billion, and then I would become a meat eater once again. Oh yeah. Ah yeah. Can you eat 5 packs of bacon in 4 minutes or less? You know what? I am not sure, but that sounds like a fantastic video. Stay tuned in 2012 for one man, 5 pounds of bacon. That sounds actually really delicious. What does your diet consist of in the couple days following a large eating stunt? I'd love it if people liked up a legitimate question like this rather than dick jokes, but hey, that's YouTube for you. That is YouTube for you! Anyways, my diet usually goes back to normal. I don't like to starve myself after. I mean, obviously sometimes I'm gonna feel bloated, feel full and all that. My liquid can sometimes increase more. I have maybe more protein. You know, for the most part, my diet really doesn't change. I like to go right back to normal, back to square one. Try not to, you know, compensate and all that stuff. I mean, that one meal isn't going to affect me in the long run. So basically, if I don't feel that hungry, I'm just going to eat less, but I don't purposely eat differently. My question: why are squirt, gay, penis, dildo in your video tags? Are you trying to tell us something? No, I'm not trying to tell you something, blah, blah, blah. What are tags? Tags are related words to content within the video. There's a lot of people on YouTube that just put random tags that have nothing to do with the video. There's a lot of people that do that. Check them out. Even people related to eating. Check out this other guy that does other eating videos. Absolutely retarded. Look at his tags. Anyways, I talked about some questions related to squirting, my favorite porn, squirt, you know, all that stuff, and basically any content that is related to any, you know, words related to the video, I add into the tags. Does that make sense? Retards. Come on! How did you discover your talent for eating, and how did you end up as a competitive eater? Well, back in 2007, beginning of 2007, I went out for breakfast after a night of heavy ass drinking. So we wanted something really greasy, and went out to this place with like big breakfast dish. Basically it's like a dish that people usually just don't finish. And I managed to polish off my dish pretty quickly, and I got a buddy Mike that he just likes to challenge people to do random things. And lo and behold, this was another one of those days. And he asked the waitress what the record was in that restaurant for plates eaten, and it was 2 of those plates in an hour. So you know, he'd challenge anyone. I think it was like for $40 to try and break the record, and I managed to eat 4, surprisingly. And then after that, I just started doing random eating stunts, posted all my videos on YouTube. I started a YouTube channel, started doing all these little challenges here and there, and about a year later I actually did 72-ounce steak in 7 minutes. And then a month later I got asked, or actually a few days later, I got asked to come down to California for something called Collegiate Nationals. And I destroyed that contest, won 18 contests in a row, and the rest is history. So yeah, just a random eating challenge that ended up being quite beneficial for me and put me into this seat today. Well, for the most part. Would you rather be fat or homosexual? Probably fat. Yeah. Is your girlfriend a squirter? We're working on it. Oh my god, I want to know, please, people, question. Are you ever afraid you will catch a disease such as diabetes from eating too much sugars? How do you make sure you don't? I don't know if there is a way to make sure I don't. Thing is, my fluid intake is super high. So I figure I'm washing out toxins. At least that's how I'm figuring it. My vitamins are usually in place. I don't do this all the time. My diet's usually pretty good. So I figure I have a pretty balanced lifestyle overall. And so I'm not really worried about it. Who knows if it'll happen? We only live once. Apparently 2012 is the last year to live. So I don't know. I'm trying to be careful. I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life, so I don't know how to prevent them. I hope I never get them. And that is it for this episode of Q&A with the Competitive Eater. Stay tuned for an amazing 2012. I am most likely going to change around some schedules with this channel. I am not sure exactly how it's going to go yet, but I am working on it, and I will make an announcement soon. So stay tuned. Basically, I just want to make this as fun, creative, entertaining, informative, all that of a channel as possibly humanly possible. Furiously possible. And yeah. Anyways, guys, please, again, subscribe to that vlog channel, because I want you guys to follow me, and I want you guys to hear all my random shit I have to say. Once again, happy 2012. Pop goes the champagne. Go, 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 go. We'll see you guys later. You're dead!